I am not a plumber, and I've stated that numerous times on this channel, and I really hope that anyone out there who specializes in any sort of field, whether it be plumbing, graphic design, a doctor, a carpenter, it doesn't matter. If you're really good at what you do and you've honed your craft, man, I applaud you for doing that. And I really hope that this video, or this series of videos on plumbing that I'm doing, doesn't take away from the fact that I don't have that history. I don't have that backlog of experiences to draw from on plumbing, right? In all honesty, if I could have a plumber here, I would. I absolutely would. I enjoy working around other craftsmen that specialize in their fields. I enjoy the fact that I don't have to worry. And honestly, right now, at this really pivotal moment in the plumbing scenario of this house, I'm scared. There's no two ways to put it. I have countless joints that could fail. I don't know if my technique is perfect on my slopes and my joints. I'm nervous about it, honestly. I don't know how else to express this. You know, I was at a picnic last night and I met a fella by the name of Adam, and he's another father of the kids. Like, they had a school picnic type of thing. And we were talking about YouTube and the channel and, you know, my trade and what he does. And it just, he made a comment of, because, well, let me back up a little bit. I told him that, you know, making these videos on plumbing makes me really nervous because honestly, I'm not great at it. And I don't want to perceive or make it seem like I am. And he said something very simple that resonated with me. Show that. Show that you're not great at it. And, well, here we go. Yeah. So, anyone out there that is a plumber, I really hope you're not watching this and thinking, oh, great, here's another one of these guys that can do everything that I can do. No, I can't. And I really applaud you for doing what you do every day. And it is an art, and it is a really technical ability that you have. With that said, I do really enjoy the problem solving of what you do, because there is a lot of little problems that have to be solved at every twist and turn. And there's so many variables you have to keep in track. And yeah, it has been a huge challenge for me. I mean, just honestly doing this stack here, I can't tell you how long it took me to figure out how to put that piece in. You know, I'm bringing that line in, and I was thinking, all right, I can just dump it into the pipe. Well, after you make your 90-degree turn, there's not enough room to put this combi in. So what do I do? And I sat here with the fittings, and I put one up and then put the next one in, and, well, let me show you. All right, so this is your combi, right? Your 3-inch to 2-inch on a Y. 2 weeks ago, I didn't even know what this thing was called. Duh. Anyway, so I put the Y in here so we can join these lines in. And in order to grab that, all right, well, I can just put a 90 up and then put this guy in. Well, if you see, there's a floor joist right here. Well, what do I do? Come down, over, around, and then in? How many more extra leak points would that be? And then, you know, the immediate thought was, well, I can go this way, but then that does a backflush thing. You can't do that. Okay. And I was at a loss of what to do. So I just stood here playing with fittings. And then I just, out of frustration, just set that there. And then the light bulb turned on. Okay, I can do that. And then I can put the 90 on, right? And then I can grab that pipe over there. So it's problem solving, which I love. If anyone's watched the channel knows that I love to solve problems. But a real plumber may have even a better solution for this, or would have come up with this solution a whole lot faster. And time right now, as you also know, is super valuable to me. So, yeah, the struggle is real. And then it got me thinking, well, why? Why do I keep saying I am not a plumber? And it all boils down to experience, right? I chose to be more in the carpentry field. But every now and again, the customer will say, Sean, can you please fix this or fix that? And I've fixed just about every aspect of plumbing. I mean, I've dug holes and fixed underground lines. I've fixed drainage lines, sewer lines. I've done a little bit of all of it. And being able to draw from all those experiences to do this job was super helpful. You know, it's not a blank slate for me. But still, even being able to draw from all that, it's fear. It's fear-based. I'm not a plumber because I'm scared of it. I'm not a plumber because I'm afraid to fail. And which is not a typical MO for me. I really love a challenge and I love to learn. And this has definitely taught me a ton. And I'm really grateful for the project and what it's teaching me. And on the next one, I'm definitely going to try to hire a plumber. It's a ton of time on a craft I don't have time to perfect. And why should I spend that time on a field of ability if I don't have the desire to perfect it? And I do enjoy the carpentry. I love structure. I love finish. So I don't think I'll ever call myself a plumber. And I'm grateful for the ability to fix things, no doubt. What do you think of my Christmas tree? All right, let me walk you through my thought process. We're building the stack, right, for the venting, and this is gonna be the vent for the laundry. And now we're only moving air here, theoretically, right? Now rainwater can get in here, and that is a concern. And that's why I'm taking my time to use my level to find out where the high spots are. Because what's gonna happen, especially with my Y in this position, because all I'm doing is sucking air, so I don't need the water to flow that way. If water does get in here, it can flow down through the laundry vents or laundry drainage. So what I'm gonna do is make sure that this is higher than, the elbow back here, and this is already higher than that spot over there where it goes into the laundry. So all I have to do is when I cut the pipe here, is just make it high enough. And of course I left my tape measure. Man, the one tool actually there's two tools that I lose chronically. Tape measure, pencil. Bah. So then I just use the bottom of the lettering with the correlation of the molding line, and then I can attach this fitting using the bottom of the lettering, and everything's clocked. Pretty slick. So now I'm gonna make this right-hand turn, like this. I put that tick mark there at the bottom of the lettering, and bam, I'm 90 degrees from that fitting. Every time. It's amazing what I'm learning doing this thing. I used to take a black magic marker, mock it all up, and then use the marker and put tick marks everywhere. And then I started losing track of things. So I came up with this, doing this project, and man, it's working slick. All right, so that's all set. So I'm gonna wanna fit that there, and then fit this to here in one, right, okay. You know, I've had the boiler guy here a couple of days this week, and you know, every day that they show up here, I've got different music playing. And I think it's a little bothersome to the actual boiler guy, but his helper, I think, is entertained by it. Yeah, I just love music, man. The artistry of it all is amazing to me. Okay, let's double check it. Yep, high. Yep, high. So I'm going to go ahead and put a hanger here. All right, one more down. Boys, don't get this wrong. There's something missing in your song. If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle and a band. And lead guitar is hot, but not for Louisiana man. All right, so now we have to go to the Jack and Jill and get that in. Yeah, I might have a problem. Let's sort this out first. Okay, so we're gonna need a 90. So I won't be able to do a single shot, so I'm gonna round it like this one. So 90, a long run. Basically, I come on with this and come right above this, parallel it. I have a customer that they have sewer gas smell issues in one of the bathrooms. One of the problems is they don't use it very often. But even when they did use it, you know, they'd pull the plug on the tub and the sink would gurgle. And what would happen was their vent for that bathroom, the way the builder built the house, is that has the vent pipe, everything's vented like it's supposed to be, except that they have a down pitch and then an up angle on the vent pipe. So kind of similar to something like this. If this were tipped down, then this would fill with water from the rainwater. And when that happened, it blocked the ability to vent. So, you know, I start running through worst case scenario. All right, how are we gonna fix that? And so I have to tear our ceiling apart or go in through the roof because they're about to replace the roof, so it might be an opportunity. And, you know, my wheels were just turning and I'm talking to the customer about it. And in fact, it was during that video I did on the cardboard installation underneath the deck. Which, wow, this house could really benefit from. Anyway, so I was talking to that customer about it, and it just dawned on me, we don't have to do anything. Just put a rain cap on that vent and wait for that water to evaporate. Problem solved. Don't need to charge the customer anything. They can just solve it themselves with a rain cap. Sometimes it's just best to talk things through to find the best solution. And the first knee-jerk reaction isn't always the best one. All right, you can have a look at this, where you need to have shingles going over the top of your flashing piece uphill. And this one, it might give me enough coverage, but it's only about that much, and I'm not a huge fan. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the one below to wrap around and create like a horseshoe to come all the way across here, and that will give me much better coverage. Feel the heat coming out of the attic space. Shingles are so hot. Be careful with it. Grandpa used to play. Now roll on down the river to that Cajun hideaway. Ooh, that's hot. From the bottom to the top and everything in between. Next week we can do the rough-in test. Hopefully we can get a hold of code enforcement and get that all settled. Well, until then, thank you for stopping by High Peaks Home.